Let's talk about your boy Mike White, the proven Mike White. Go ahead, the great White.
So this is my honest opinion. This kid, Mike White, it's not a coincidence that the minute he steps onto the field, all of a sudden their numbers start shooting through the roof. Okay, was able to come in and throw for 400 yards. First time since Vinny Testaverde, a Jet. Mike, the great White. I do want to bring two things to the table. One of them is Mike the Great White is starting on Sunday.
Mike White's body of work is 1 game and 2 minutes.
The minute he steps on the field in the game before he got hurt, first set of downs, touchdown. The kid has something that he relates with the wide receivers relate to. Mike the Great White will be the starting quarterback of the New York Jets next year.
Okay, you heard it right here. Do you know who else the Jets drafted? No.
Who?
Browning Nagel. Welcome to MMA Labology. I'm Anthony Michilio with Mike the Great White. Sitting right next to me. What do you got to say about Mike White now, Madlab?
Listen, there were some very questionable. Crowder dropping that pass on the 1 yard line wasn't questionable. Fumble in the end zone.
Listen, now.
Yo, look at my nose coming through the eyeball, Quan.
The kid could not have had a worse game.
Yeah, it was terrible.
4 interceptions.
And then to make matters worse, Joey Flacco comes in and throws a touchdown pass.
And Joe Flacco, Super Bowl winning quarterback Joe Flacco comes in, throws a touchdown. What a disaster for Mike White, the self-proclaimed, or the Madlab proclaimed starter. Right after that, I saw a lot of tweets about Zach Wilson going to be plugged right back in as soon as he's healthy again. Now, I got to tell you, Madlab, if Mike White did have a big performance, I was getting a little nervous that maybe he would get the starting nod. But now I know for sure that I ain't going to be wearing no shark costume by the end of the year. Because there ain't no way Mike White is going to be the starter. But not for nothing. You did talk about him with a lot of hype going into a game that Buffalo, was going to come out and slap them around after a bad loss against Jacksonville. On top of that, Buffalo having the #1 pass. They're allowing 170 pass yards a game. So I knew that you were set up for complete failure come Sunday. So go ahead. I'm going to let you say your piece. Don't talk about questionable. Don't talk about drop passes.
Listen.
Lay it out there.
I just think, he's on a horrible team, number one.
Double down. Double down, Mike.
I'm not doubling down. Listen, the guy, it was a horrendous performance. I love Red Zone. We all watch Red Zone. That was like one game where I even told Ben, like, I'm watching the Jets game. I want to watch this game. I want to watch.
Abominable.
Yeah, it was bad.
Enough said.
And I'm not even a Jets fan. I'm a Niner fan through and through, but I just feel like the Jets have never had like that luck with quarterback. I thought that maybe the kid can bring a little shine to the team.
Speaking of that, really, who was the last good, not great, good?
They haven't had anybody.
At least, Pennington was serviceable.
Nah, he's
serviceable.
They're all serviceable.
Serviceable. Who really was the last really good Jets quarterback? Really, bro?
Joe name.
Browning Nagel.
Who was the quarterback that made them somewhat competitive? No, not saying no. He was horrible too.
No, he was horrible.
No, when I'm in the AFC.
No, he got one AFC game. Yeah, he did. He went to the AFC.
I know he did, but
he wasn't good.
It was more about the team, the defense. Yeah. No, when they used to play Miami tough, when Miami had Marino, what was his name? Who used to throw
Kenny O'Brien.
Ken O'Brien. He was okay, average.
Yeah.
That's when they were winning.
When they had like Altoon and shit.
When they had Altoon, they would go 10-6 some years, 11-5. Favre, but that was
not like
that was the end.
That was towards the end. But really, can you name a Jets quarterback who was really
their problem is they've always gotten like undersized QBs, dude. You notice that?
Bad drafters.
Yeah.
Really, I can't think of one. Think about it.
They like
here's the list.
Go ahead, name the list.
Namath, Testaverde, Pennington, Ken O'Brien, Fitzpatrick, Sanchez, Boomer Esiason, Brett Favre, Josh McCown, Bubby Brister, Mike Telefero, Ray Lucas, Michael Vick, Lee Grosscup, Rick Maurer.
Lee who? What? Lee who?
Grosscup.
Oh my God,
Rick
bro.
Rick,
Did you hear that lineup?
Rick the Prick Meyer.
Did you Rick Meyer, Notre Dame? What a bust. Did you hear that starting quarterback roster? No wonder why they're not good.
Yeah.
The Lions is equally as worse.
Wow.
The who?
The Detroit Lions.
At least they had Stafford. At least they had that kid. Who was the kid that was the backup of Minnesota and then he went over to the Lions for a while? Mitchell.
Who was the
Scott Mitchell.
Mitchell was horrible.
Wait, who was the QB when
Was
they had
horrible.
Herman Moore?
Scott Mitchell. It was Scott Mitchell, Dave Craig, Charlie Batch, and then I think Herman Moore retired.
Charlie Batch.
Oh, another one. Charlie Batch.
He was in the league until he was like 63 and a half.
Putrid. Absolutely.
Yeah, he was terrible.
Bubby
Charlie
Brister.
Batch. Bubby Brister.
Bubby Brister, bro. Oof. Man, terrible.
They did have some good players.
Geno Smith.
Altoon.
Geno Smith.
Johnny Hector. Remember Johnny Hector?
Gastineau.
Brooks
Mark
Ballin.
Gastineau.
Brooks Ballin.
They had LaDainian Tomlinson for a while.
They did. They had a couple good running backs, too. That actually were drafted by the. I'm trying to think of. Who was the kid? Dude, what are we talking about? Dylan. Oh my God, the guy from the Patriots forever that came.
Corey Dillon?
Corey Dillon was good. Curtis.
Curtis Martin.
Oh, yeah,
Curtis Martin.
Great. He was
Curtis,
great.
my
Curtis-
favorite Martin.
Curtis, my favorite
was
Martin.
great.
He was
Yeah,
great.
he
He
was
was
great. Yeah,
great.
he was great.
Yeah, Altoon was definitely their major guy.
So I was a little bit off on the Mike White thing.
You were way off.
So let's jump though. Let's go now to because this is I'm curious. We're gonna have the same conversation about these two guys, but first I want to go into the Dalvin Cook thing for a minute, especially for fantasy implications. Where this week the trade deadline is coming up
Right now.
right. So people like us who have Madison, right?
Praying for Cook to get locked up. No, I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, right. So there's a lot of trades, but there's a lot of this skepticism going around, wondering if the NFL is actually going to sit him until they pan this whole thing out, because apparently they have some evidence on him.
We have it. Everybody's seen it. Just text messages of the
Other
girl.
evidence that we don't know.
Yeah.
You know, pictures and stuff like that they have on him.
I don't know how they don't.
That's making the case a little murky.
I don't know. I know he wasn't. There was no criminal charges, but just seeing what they've done in the past 2 years, I'm surprised they didn't just immediately sit him until further investigation.
I was watching a
You
couple.
think the NFL is a high moral authority?
Well,
No. I just think that they just do with the public what they should do for the
but
public.
when you're
eye.
dealing with a woman in this kind of era, in this situation, you would
Yeah.
think the NFL would say, "Listen, maybe you should sit until we figure this out."
You would think.
You would think.
like maybe it's not suspend without pay,
No,
but just like, hey,
Yeah.
we need a couple of weeks
so
to
my
figure this shit
question
out.
is, do you think that they're going to do that, or he's going to continue to play?
If it's, I think they're gonna stick, because if they do that, then they're passing the precedent that they already set. So you're gonna get complaints from other players who've done things similar, and I think just everything go. It's like the Wild Wild West until the backlash hits, like Bush said.
Because I think because I'm going to tell you right now, I was listening to a very, very well known lawyer who is friends with both lawyers on both sides.
What did he say?
And he said it's a very murky case, and he's like, and they do have some undeniable evidence on them, you know. And then I was listening to LeVar Arrington and Jesse Palmer, and you know they are who they are, whatever. But they were under the same impression of like, why was he playing last week? Like, why did he play? Why didn't the NFL say, listen, until this whole thing, it's kind of murky right now. Let us get more of an idea on which way it's going, and then we'll go from there. But you don't even hear it on the broadcast. Like when he was running the ball and stuff like that, they weren't saying anything about it.
But if you're the NFL and you're the commissioner, and then this comes out, you're like, they must be like, God damn
just
it.
give me a break.
God, another one. God damn it. They must say like, oh, come on, bro.
Just go home.
No matter what happened, even if the girl broke in and pulled the gun out, like at the end of the day, gave her a beating, even if it was self-defense or not, and no matter what, it's going to look bad for any woman out there. Oh, NFL player, big bruising guy beats on a woman.
Still playing football.
Even if he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Because maybe he did do nothing wrong. Because when I did read the whole thing, if it's true, she came in there, he was with a girl.
There's a video of it. He's like, leave. You got to leave. I got to leave. Like he was arguing with her. But then apparently what happened was these messages surfaced. Apparently they're real. At first I thought
I saw
they were
say,
fake.
Dalvin, this is so bad.
Yeah, I can't go to see my family on Thanksgiving.
He's like, yeah, I'm really sorry.
And he's
Come
like, I'm
back.
really sorry. So if those are real, that's incriminating evidence.
If those are real.
I don't know.
That shit could be
but
Photoshopped.
apparently that lawyer that had him in his hand that released them was friends with lawyers on both sides, and he was confirming that they were real.
Listen,
I don't know.
I don't wish bad on nobody. Like in fantasy, like you don't wish for someone to get an injury this way. You have a starter. I don't wish bad on nobody, but if they sat him for a couple of weeks, I wouldn't be.
My whole thing is with that whole shit, dude. Is you're in a toxic relationship, dude. You got to get out. That's toxic. I mean, I was in a toxic relationship, and he's the one who really got my hand and was like, bro, you got to get out of this thing, because you don't realize when you're in it. And apparently this girl was in the Army, so they consider her like somewhat trained. However, at the end of the day, you're still dealing with a top-tier athlete that the power imbalance is. So they're not going to look at it in any other way, but this guy beat on this girl.
And it's nothing like somebody close to you that knows how to push your buttons.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. The next thing,
He's a great player too, man. I love watching him play.
if you watch the video of her arguing him, like he didn't sound combative at all, dude. He was like literally saying, "All right, you gotta leave."
He has a real nice demeanor about him too. His nice smile when he's interviewed. He don't seem like he even has that in him. But not for nothing. If she came in with a gun, flaring a gun around, I don't want to say it, but I mean, what are you supposed to do?
What are you supposed to do? Yeah. So
what are you supposed to do?
Got to defend yourself somehow.
You know what I mean? That's a little crazy. So. Whatever.
Then we got this is going to be the interesting one, because now you got a lot of people who are throwing up last night once and then smiling second. One, there's a lot of Cam haters out there, a lot, who think Cam is garbage, and they are miserable right now. That despite what he did, whether it was a little bit or a lot, the guy scored twice, and he was a focal point of the game. So people are kind of miserable with that right now.
I didn't like how he took his helmet off and did that whole thing.
And said, "I'm back." I don't mind.
I'm back.
Listen,
I'm back.
I know, but listen, I don't think he's as bad as all the. Yeah.
I'm back. Put dreads on me so I look like him and put that video.
I don't think he's as bad as these people like slate him to be. Like, I don't think he's a terrible quarterback. I really, really don't.
At the end of the day,
and he's got a nice little connection with Robbie Anderson, who's been on my bench for a while.
All right, listen. At the end of the day, just like Mike White, all it was a 2-yard run for a touchdown that anybody could have did.
Got 2 touchdowns.
And he threw a 5-yard touchdown to Robbie Anderson. You act like he came in and threw a 300.
I'm not saying that. All I said was I don't think he's as terrible as everyone says. Where did I say he's a superstar? Everyone thinks this guy's garbage.
I don't think anybody said he's terrible. I think that the Patriots.
A lot of people hate
him.
Like
he's
hate him.
He's an ego guy, though.
You got to be an ego guy.
I think he's a good leader. Like the team rallied around him.
No, they do. Especially the hometown hero.
They're better off with him.
They were happy he was there.
They're better off with him.
Definitely than Darnold.
You know what I mean? They're better off with him.
You guys say Darnold's going to have a backup job in the NFL? He will not.
Yes, he will.
He will not.
Yeah, he will.
You'll see.
Listen, man, if you look on these NFL rosters, you'd be surprised at some of the names.
You'll see. He'll be gone.
Bro, what is it called? What's his name was on the roster? You didn't even know he was still in the league.
Ooh. Josh Johnson?
Colt McCoy for one for me.
Colt McCoy. I didn't even know he was still in the league.
Josh Johnson?
Yeah.
Even I was surprised. Like, Geno Smith. When Geno Smith came in, and I said it that day.
Come on, dude.
When he came in, I was like, he still played?
Yeah, dude. So he'll have a job in the league, but I think they're better with him. I think a lot of people are going to eat crow. I don't think he's going to be a superstar, but I think he's going to play very serviceable.
I think he can lead them to the playoffs. They're 5-5. They're not bad.
I'll say this. I think the reason that he's not the New England starter is because he wasn't vaccinated.
Could be.
It could have been that.
Could have been that.
That's a different story for that team.
It could have been that.
Yeah, but I think
he's eager to get
Mac Jones is legit.
Accurate, bro.
And he's a pure pocket quarterback.
And
he's legit. He's calm.
You know what it is?
Everything Mike White should be.
For the Patriots, they are getting back to defense and having a game manager who doesn't make mistakes. And that's the perfect guy for that situation.
That's the perfect guy for any football team.
It doesn't make mistakes. Well, I mean, he's not going to air it out and blow it out, but if you play that running, control the line of scrimmage, rushing, and good defense, that's a perfect
Like the Niners did last night.
Yeah, kind of like that. No, really.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
They rushed the ball 43 times.
Lay it on him, bro. Lay it on him right now. Lay it on.
Garoppolo threw for like under 200 yards, but he was a game manager. He managed the game well.
And what happened to Stafford?
He's a bum. No, that's transferring into this now.
No, yeah.
Okay, so let's transfer into this. I'm telling you right now, dude, the people who think that Odell Beckham is like a bum have never played a sport in their life or don't have an athletic bone in their body. Period, end.
The guy's a sick talent.
The guy's a sick freak athlete. Period, end. I don't care what kind of head case he is. Josh Gordon was the same way. These people coming out saying that he's terrible, he's a plague, he's a disease, he's this. I bet you if you went back and looked, they probably never played a fucking. Oh, damn it! They never played a sport, or really. This guy is a freak athlete. So, if anything else, having him on the other side of Cooper Kupp, all it's doing is relieving pressure from the other receivers, giving him more focus. You got to focus on him.
Let me ask you a question about that.
Hold on. I don't think he's. Last night, that pass to him, whatever, he ran the wrong route.
Stafford doing.
Bro, how do you expect them? It was the first play of the game.
Of course, you don't
how
know
do
the
you expect
playbook.
them to have chemistry?
Oh, he gets a
first play of
total
the game?
pass. Come on.
He gets a pass.
Of course. But let me ask you a question.
What?
I'm a Giants fan.
I know you
When
are.
OBJ played for those 3 years, the Giants, he was unbelievable. And I was saying, back then, I was saying, yo, I don't know if we've ever seen a talent like this. As far as like his ability, the way he broke the edge, he was really like those 3 years were like, holy shit, we never seen a guy like this have that kind of speed and the way he runs his routes and break away, whatever. And then one thing that no one talks about is that, he got dinged up with a bunch of injuries after he left the Giants with the Browns. This, that, the ankle, the knee, the shoulder, like, you know what I mean? Do you think that maybe possibly some of these injuries
Of course.
make him not the same? Maybe,
Of course.
Maybe he's never the same like he used to be. Maybe he don't have that extra burst that he used to have.
But even
Because
without his extra burst, he's still
better than most of the guys.
Still better
I get
talent-wise
that.
as most of the guys.
But I mean, is he ever going to be what he was?
Probably not. No,
he was with
no.
the Giants.
Listen, let's be honest here. I can't stand the guy. I never liked him.
Yeah, he's
I
a
don't like
diva.
him. He's a diva, and he got a big name off himself off that catch. That catch really propelled him.
That was.
But if I'm saying
And to me, that's really
it. That's it.
Like, I know as a Giants fan, you've probably seen all of it, but
That's it.
to the
He had that
outside
one
world, that's
sick
really it.
catch that everybody, Chris Collinsworth, my God.
Yeah.
That one catch. He had some really good games with Giants. He ran some really good routes, had some really good flashy touchdowns. And we obviously know he has that Julio Jones-esque jumping ability and that crazy. You ever see Julio Jones practicing with the
Yeah.
He does. He's got that in him. Does he have that in him no more? But to say that like a team that picks him up is crazy, or you're crazy for saying that.
Yeah, there was a lot of teams that wanted him. He was highly desired.
Like, I don't think he's...
Saints, the Packers, the Patriots. There was a lot of teams that wanted him.
I don't think he's a game changer in any stretch of the means. I don't think he's going to change the dynamic of a team. I don't think he's a leader. But to have a guy with that much talent, that much athleticism, that if you get him on a roll, that guy can cause... He will still cause damage.
I got to be honest, Quan. I was looking forward to see him, Kupp, Woods, and him on the field at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think that would have worked. Now I think this would work for him.
I thought that was going to work great.
Shoot Van Jefferson to the moon. That touchdown he dropped.
Yeah, I know.
That's right, yeah.
Like, I mean,
I like him, though.
He's had a bunch of those this season, just in like me watching the Rams for the first
They are
time.
super thin at receiver.
But listen, Odell is the guy...
I wouldn't say they're
No,
like
they're not super thin.
Skoranek. He dropped that pass, too, last night.
But
Higbee dropped a good... I mean, it was...
Higbee,
all
that
around
first
bad
down,
game.
Higbee,
But
that was a
listen,
mess.
Everything is aligned for him right now. Like, he was coming to a team where Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp, you had Cooper Kupp, the clear number one, Robert Woods, who's a solid number one on any other team. You had Higbee, now he's coming into a situation, bro, where that's it, bro. It's Cooper Kupp, Higbee, and him. Like, that's really their three main weapons.
Darrell Henderson.
No, I'm saying passing-wise.
Yeah.
He's got an opportunity now to really make some noise.
And they got 2 weeks to put it together.
And they got 2 weeks to put it together.
Yeah.
So, like, these people were sitting there saying, oh, bro, he's a plague. This is the reason why they're not going to break the playoffs because Odell. You're out of your minds. I honestly, dude, I don't like the guy. But it's the most biggest, it's more nonsense than, the Cam Newton thing. Like, Odell, this guy's a freak athlete, dude.
Amazing.
Amazing.
So. We see him at his best. Well, we'll see if he still got it in him.
Niners are making a wild card. Here's my bold proclamation. You can get ready to film this one. The Niners will be in the playoffs on a wild card.
I've never seen a team that could look so bad one game and then look so good another game. It's unbelievable.
I got one word for that. You ready for this? If they make the wild card, get ready for this one. Ready? Championship.
I mean, if you can get.
No, they got a solid team, dude. If they play,
you're not gonna get them running the ball for 40 minutes in the entire play.
No.
So Jimmy G's gonna have to do something.
Listen, Debo, to me, my money, he's the best receiver in the league.
Good Lord.
Best receiver in the league.
I've never seen.
He is, dude.
That's bold, but it's hard.
How is it bold? He beat Jerry Rice's record already. He beat for
first 8 games, wasn't it?
First 8 games, he beat his record. He's got 900. He's got over 1,000 yards.
I know.
And he's got right now. He's leading yards after the catch, 9 point something.
That's where I think
that's 3 yards.
That's where I think he's the best.
Listen,
that's yak.
That's 3 yards over number 2. And what is number 2? Devontae Adams is number 2 after the catch.
I think so.
Yeah, 3 yards more than Devontae Adams.
The yak is super impressive.
Ayuk's starting to play a little bit. I'm telling you, dude. They make the wild card championship.
You said Mike White was going to be the
That's right.
Season.
All right. I gotta say I'm a little nervous.
About what?
I'm very nervous about the clash that's going to be happening in 2 weeks if the stars align with Michigan and Ohio State, because they've owned our asses for 6 years straight.
We're not doing a live stream on that day.
And if things go the way they should go, which would be Michigan beating Maryland Saturday, Ohio State beating Michigan State, which is a tough game, but they beat them before, then it'll be 10-1 Michigan versus 10-1 Ohio State in the big house, with the winner going to the college football playoff.
How excited he gets.
I get excited, but I get so nervous because Ohio State's so good. They have a better team overall than Michigan. I know they do.
Do you have a spread out? Then the spread's not out for that game.
The spread's not out. I'm going to say that it's in the big house, but Ohio State will still be like at least -4, I would say, because they have a sick team, and this is like going to be such a nerve-wracking game for me. And if they don't do it this year, man, I don't know when they're going to have a better chance to do it.
I say we go to the office and watch it.
I'm going to have a heart attack, bro. I'm going to have a heart attack. I can't take it. No, I can't take losing to them no more.
Bring your expectations down, man.
I hate Urban Meyer so much. I hate Ryan Day now so much. But they know what they're doing over there.
You should hate Jim Harbaugh.
I don't hate Jim Harbaugh.
No, bro, he's a great coach, dude.
I don't hate Jim Harbaugh.
I hate calling people overrated.
Here's the problem.
Overrated. Look what he did with the Niners, dude.
Dude, do you know where Michigan was?
Bro, what do you mean don't roll that?
Listen, man.
That wasn't a perfect storm, dude.
No, it wasn't.
Bro, you got to have people playing behind you, dude.
I'll say this.
They bought in.
Because they had a great defense, and the option with Kaepernick just started to revolutionize the NFL. They started using the read option, and teams couldn't stop it. It was a perfect storm for them.
That's good coaching.
It's coaching.
He sat Alex Smith for him.
Timing and perfect coaching, and that's it. He's done nothing since. Absolutely nothing.
See, this is where you guys are wrong. Because I'm a Michigan.
What do you mean, you guys?
I'm a Michigan fan too.
What do you mean? What do you mean, you guys? I'm defending you.
Right, but listen to me.
You guys. This is where you guys.
Where Michigan was from 2008 to 2014.
Brought them back from hell.
Brought them back and made them relevant again. Put them on the map. Made them a top 25 team. The problem is that the Alabamas, the Clemson, the Ohio States, man, they got such a lead during those 7 years. It's almost an insurmountable lead of 5-star recruits and recruiting classes. Like
prestige is gone.
It's like they took such a big lead that it's almost impossible to catch up.
Michigan in like the 90s, that was like it was between them and Ohio State.
Right.
Just Ohio State.
And the other problem that Michigan has had for a long time now, probably since Chad Henne, who even wasn't elite, they have not had elite quarterback play, and they still don't.
But that's supposed to be Harbaugh's specialty, and he can't get his guy.
I know. It's almost, they just can't get their guy. And they've got some big-time recruits that came in who didn't pay. Joe Milton was supposed to be an amazing recruit and a future NFL quarterback. He was horrendous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm going to hate my life if they lose again, and I don't know, man.
I'm going to actually get some.
Nervous already. It's 2 weeks away.
I think I'm going to get some footage, dude, some secret footage. Just send it to
Of him stressing out.
Yeah.
My wife knows that weekend, every year when it comes, that if they lose,
you're
the
miserable.
whole weekend is
shot.
Don't talk to me. Leave me alone.
Yeah, really?
Don't make plans with your friends.
What has that been, the last 14 years?
6 years. Before that, we owned them, bro. Don't forget about that shit.
I don't remember the last.
Stop living in the past.
What do you want me to do?
I'm
saying they own us for the last 6 years.
Yeah, all right, so forget about that.
And before that, we had a bad run, too.
Forget about that.
But then for 25 years before that, we owned their asses for a while.
Well, you're not.
How many times we ruined their season over and over again?
Now you know.
How about when Tim Biakabatuka ran for 305 yards against them?
Yo.
When they had Eddie George, but we won.
Charles Woodson punt return.
How about when Charles Woodson returned a punt for a touchdown?
But now.
How about when Desmond Howard made the pose?
Now
we need to sing the fight song.
Now we got the invisible poker
Hail
chips.
to the victors, hail to the country's heroes, hail to Michigan, the champions.
Now we got the invisible poker chips from John Malkovich in Rounders when he goes, yes, I'm your daddy.
Listen, time to talk MMA since we talked the whole show NFL, but real quick, I want to tell you something funny. I forgot to tell you on Saturday. So Friday, I came home after work, and my son Christian always goes down to the park, and they play handball with their buddies. So I said, one day I'm going to come play handball with you, right? I don't know what my kids tell their friends about me, but yeah, I'm definitely not the normal father. You know what I mean? So, he must tell his friends that, like, I'm a maniac and I curse and I'm always wrestling and beating them up and shit like that, whatever. So I surprised him. He was at the park and I came with my bike and I come walking up. I'm going to kick all your asses. Right?
Really?
Yeah. Christian's dad is here. All right? And they're walking up and then they're all shooting on me. They're
really?
Yeah, they're trying to get single legs, double legs. I'm like, so I guess he must tell them that, right? And one kid goes, hey, I know all the 4-letter no words. He goes, he's like, yeah, you know what? And I know the W word too. I go, yeah, what's the W word? He goes, whore. I'm like, what are you telling all your friends, dude?
Oh my God, I know all the
that I curse all day and just.
Oh, he said these are your no words?
Yeah, I know all the 4-letter and the W word.
I mean, it's not like it's far-fetched.
Oh my God, dude, that's great.
Bro, I was dying. All right, review. Last week. Not a horrible night. Not a great night.
We lost.
We went down 1.5 units on the betting. Started off good with the bare knuckle, which I didn't see.
Yeah, we did bare knuckle.
How was the bare knuckle fight?
Amazing, dude.
Was it?
It's amazing how. Did you watch it at all? It's again. Tell me what to do. Always boss me
Get
around.
out from the middle of the mic.
So it's amazing how, bro. They started. If you really think about it, it's like feels like they just started this thing. From the production value to the fighters that they got on the roster now to the announcers, you need a little work, but
it was pay-per-view.
So they did it two ways. You can get it on Fight TV, or you can purchase it for like $4.99. You can either Fight TV, you pay $4.99 a month, or you can buy it straight through the bare knuckle. And I got to be honest with you, the fights are amazing, dude. Like the fights are really, really entertaining. Like I enjoyed Bellator. Like I was telling people on Twitter and I was telling people in Discord, I was like, you go on Bellator now, it's starting to get annoying. I love Bellator and everything. I love Scott Coker, but it's like they're so predictable, the cards.
Yep.
-600, -800, -900, -400. People are putting together parlays that are 5-fight parlays that are still equating to -120. It's like, whatever. So you go to bare knuckle, dude. These are like scraps, bro. I mean, real hardcore scraps. So I bet one fight. I like this guy Palomino. He actually fought Justin Gaethje twice in MMA. Yeah. So I know the guy's super durable. And he fought this guy Nguyen, who Dat Nguyen, his name is, Asian guy, very like flashy, and just reckless, bro. Great chin, reckless. These guys went at it for the whole fight, dude. I mean, it was actually pretty close.
How many rounds is
it was five 2-rounds.
5 2-minute rounds.
Yeah, 2-minute rounds. Yeah. So
a bloody mess.
Yeah, bro. And then you had Hector Lombard fought Lorenzo Hunt, and that was a great fight. Hunt ended up taking a belt from him. But it was just good. So I didn't bet that fight, and good thing I didn't, because I was hoping that Lombard would win, but he ended up losing.
They're making a lot of noise, bare knuckle.
Palomino hit at -130, so we hit with that. And then we had a parlay hit, which was Courtney Casey, Spencer, and Holloway.
We were here.
That was +110.
We were here with our watch party.
Mm-hmm.
With our watch party.
And then we had another parlay that missed, which was Courtney Casey, Moyes, and Holloway. Moyes
got his ass handed to him. That was very unexpected, right?
I mean, unless I was way off on that fight, yes, it was unexpected. The most unexpected one for me, honestly, was Casey.
Yeah.
That was
What the hell
really
happened?
unexpected.
You said it though.
To end like that,
Yeah.
like to end like that, just a straight piper down the middle like that, and just rock him like that.
Not expected.
Yeah, and then obviously we took a swing on Holloway by KO. It was plus 140. How do you not?
Hey, what? He should not have been minus 700. That kid came to fight.
I'll tell you one thing. I will say this. I did not give him enough credit in my article.
Yair?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I said he didn't belong in there right now. He doesn't deserve that shot to be, which I still don't think he did. Like, I don't think after what he's been gone, he hasn't really.
Maybe if he was active.
Right. But the kid showed that he belongs in there.
Dude.
Like,
Dude.
from his chin to his volume to
Legs,
his grit
quickness.
to his.
Dude, his leg kicks are
Kid's good, dude.
powerful speed and power.
Kid impressed me.
He really impressed me too. And Holloway, that kid would have beat a lot of people.
Of course.
And Holloway though is Holloway.
Yeah.
Who's he gonna fight next?
He's getting better, dude.
Is he gonna
He's
get
just
another
getting
shot
better, dude.
against Volkanovski?
Dana White said, yeah, it makes sense.
I think one more. It
makes sense.
It should.
There's certain situations that's okay. Like the fight we just saw with what is it called? The what was it, bro? It was just happened a couple fights ago. Was there a second? I think Gaethje and
Which one?
there was a fight we just saw, dude, where we said they match up perfect together.
It was a second fight.
Yeah, it was their second.
Gaethje and Chandler
No,
was.
yeah, that was
They're not going to do that again.
I forget
Even
what
though
it
that was
was.
tremendous.
It was a second fight, dude. Which fight?
Usman Covington?
Usman Covington.
Usman Covington, yeah.
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing that again.
I don't
Like
think
that-
they're going to do that one again, though.
There's only one place he can go if Kamaru Usman's not there and he keeps winning and winning and winning and comes back. It's going to have to happen again. Like, that's a situation where rubber match don't mean that much to me. It means like give the guy another shot to fight.
They got to give Leon Edwards a shot now.
I feel bad for him, dude.
Yeah,
I feel so bad for him. He had an interview with
came on. He's like,
yeah.
they want me to fight guys underneath me. It's like I keep winning. Why is Covington getting a shot before me? Why did Covington get 2 shots? Why did Masvidal get 2 shots? Why am I not getting my title shot?
He's not marketable enough. That's why.
I think Usman is such a big name now that it's going to make plenty of money that fight anyway.
Well, now I think what happens with marketing is it turns, right? So it's like when you get a guy who's winning all the time, they're label him as the GOAT. Now it's not so much to see him fight. Now people start tuning in to see if he loses.
I want to see him lose.
Well, see?
I do.
I'm saying. But when he wasn't the champion and you'd be like,
I loved when he beat Woodley. Yeah, I was rooting for him.
Right. So now he's been winning. He's starching people. He's, this. And people are saying he's the GOAT. He's best welterweight of all time. Better than GSP. Blah, blah, blah.
He is so impressive.
So now people start tuning in to see, like, all right, who's going to be.
Like Mayweather.
Yeah.
That's why you used to watch it.
Yeah, nobody wants to see.
Same thing with
Floyd
McGregor.
box. Yeah.
Nope.
Same thing with McGregor. I mean, really, if you think about it, McGregor carried cards with his attitude and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, even with the Khabib fights and stuff like that, like you knew who he was losing to. You knew he was losing to Poirier the second time. You knew that, but you tuned in because you wanted to see him get his ass kicked.
Did.
You know what I mean? Everybody knew he was. Anyone with a normal listen. The same thing with Mayweather, right? I'll call his name. I don't give a shit if he hears this or not. That dude, Robin Black from the UK, the analyst from the UK.
Yeah.
He said he came on, bro. I mean, to me, that's your reputation when you say that. During Mayweather and McGregor, he comes out, he sits in front of a microphone,
Guaranteed,
and he guaranteed. He goes, he's going to do it. He's listen,
going to do
just
it.
like this. He
About
goes,
McGregor, he's going to beat Mayweather.
He goes, he's really going to do it. He's going to beat Conor McGregor.
He's going to beat Floyd. He's going to beat Floyd Mayweather.
He's going to beat Floyd Mayweather. He's going to do it. He's going to knock him out, guys. This is an analyst, dude. Someone who's
that was amazing. But you know how many of my friends from home,
but
during and leading up to that I was arguing with, they were like,
it.
he's going to do it. I'm like, you're talking about one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Defensive.
Against a guy who's never boxed. What are you talking about? I'm like 90% of the boxers out there would be him. Never mind Floyd Mayweather. What are you talking about?
Dude, a soccer analyst would be able to tell you.
I can't believe people even thought.
Come on, bro. Like, how do people even think that? I could see like my brother or someone that doesn't watch it
That
at
drove
all.
me crazy. When I was even arguing with people, I'm like, I can't believe you're even saying this.
I don't get it.
I can't believe you would even think that this guy would even have a chance this big.
The same, bro. Listen, the same thing
Are
can
you
be said.
kidding me?
The same thing, honestly, can be said. I gotta be honest with you. Same thing can be said about Khabib and McGregor. How people thought that McGregor actually had a chance to beat this guy, outside of catching him with a pipe and left piston, I have no idea.
But at least there's a possibility,
reality.
Reality of
But that's what I'm saying.
There was no reality.
There was no reality.
He wasn't going to catch Mayweather with a 14-ounce glove on.
But at the end of the
You know what I'm
day,
saying?
like they say, ball don't lie.
Yeah.
Film don't lie. Film don't lie, dude. When you watch that film and you see what Khabib has done to men in there and made them, like, even it did last seconds before they're going to sleep and stuff, like almost like the fear of like Poirier when he put him in that choke and Poirier was like, you know what I mean? Like, to even say, well, yeah, you know, I think Conor can, you know, it was mind blowing to me. Like, so it's like, I get it. I get the general masses saying, like, you know, Conor's going to come back. He's going to beat this one. You know, he's talking a lot of crap. But when people were coming out and they were saying that this guy had a shot, like, I went on Pat Mayo's show for that. Yeah, he had me on it. And I even said to him, like, I broke it down but I pretty much said, like, this is ridiculous. There's not a shot in hell.
Yeah, at all. Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit that he can win this fight. Zero.
It's all social media. Everybody's trying to be that viral sensation hit that says the one thing that boosts their
career. Hey, they did a great job. And that was the last time.
I think Brendan Schaub was another guy who was giving him like a shot.
That was the last time that McGregor was good at trash talking. You know that? He did a fantastic. He did fantastic.
Yeah, what is wrong
against Mayweather? He did a fantastic job.
No, he did terrible.
No,
that was
he
the
did
worst.
Good.
That was the first time he was terrible. When he came out with the mink coat and everything, and he was talking about he was terrible.
I thought he did a good job with. I thought he did good.
He started going off the rails when he fought. What's it called? The Underground King. What was his name? Alvarez.
Eddie Alvarez?
When he fought Eddie Alvarez, that's when you saw his trash talker starting to take a dip. When he came in with the me and he's going like this in the corner, he's like, I'm sorry I'm late. I just don't give up. That's when you saw that he was either getting into drugs or drinking.
Now his trash talking is.
It's terrible.
You see what Chael Sonnen said about him?
I'll tell you, he's a little old now, but I'm saying that Chael Sonnen would have beat him in his prime.
Chael Sonnen called him, he went on a rant about how he's turning into a rich little weirdo.
He is a weirdo, bro.
And then McGregor says the broke little weirdo.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he is turning.
He's turning into a weirdo.
It's almost like you don't even know who he is anymore.
He's got no identity.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
He lost his mojo.
But you know what it is? I think that he ran through. Listen, he had some funny things. Even when he says, like, I'd like to apologize to absolutely nobody.
He was great.
He was great, dude. He had some great stuff, dude. Like some stuff that people still use as gifts and stuff like that. But the guy was very, very one-dimensional, dude.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
He can't reinvent himself.
No. And a lot of honestly, like a lot of those fights he won, he had the momentum.
Like
he knocked out Aldo.
You want to hear?
Seconds. If they would have really fought the whole fight, that shit wouldn't have happened.
You want to hear a bold proclamation from me right now? On a full camp, on a healthy full camp.
I don't like where he's going with this.
Started off rocky.
Here we go.
On a healthy full
this is going to be very Mike White-ish.
Listen, on a dialed-in, healthy full camp.
Nagel.
No, Nick Diaz beats Conor McGregor right now.
I'm not going to argue with that.
On a healthy full camp,
possibly.
I put a heavy chunk of money on Nick Diaz.
I can see that. I can see that. I can see
Not
that.
Nate, Nick, his older brother.
See Nate too.
Well, yeah, Nate'll destroy him.
You know. So, all right, let's do a little early preview.
Wait, we gotta. Let's talk about.
What do you want to talk about? Talk about Le'Veon Bell. We had an argument before about Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell.
Argument. I said, without going too crazy here, I said, you know, Le'Veon Bell made the biggest, worst mistake in his life. If he would have just re-signed with Pittsburgh for those 4 years, he would still be their starting running back right now. And he's like, no, there's no way he would.
I'm saying, but he's saying they would have never drafted Najee Harris.
They wouldn't have drafted Najee Harris.
Yes, they would.
No, they wouldn't have. Well first
they're
of all,
lucky. They're lucky that they did.
But I'm saying, but
you don't like Najee Harris? He's a third leading rusher in the league right now.
I like Najee Harris.
I think Le'Veon Bell fit their scheme.
That's what I was just gonna say. Was that
he hasn't been Le'Veon Bell in half a decade
because he sat out there
because he left Pittsburgh and sat that year out. But he fit, like some, you know how some players just fit their team perfectly. Yeah. And then they go somewhere else and not the same. He was perfect for that team. He would still be in the top 5 NFL receiving and rushing if he would have stuck it out. He ruined his whole career.
Did you see his?
He goes, he's old. I Google him, 29 with a year off.
Wait, hold on.
Really, 28.
Did you see his tweet? His new Twitter headline?
What is that?
It's all hashtags. It says too old, too slow, disease, this, that. He's like, did I miss anything?
Yeah, well, that's what he did to himself by sitting out that year, dude.
Yeah, that
Ruined his whole career.
It's not my problem.
Whole career. Terrible.
It's not my problem. Call him to go get some proper 12.
You know, he went to the Jets, the Mike White Jets.
Hey, listen,
Anybody who goes to the Jets ain't never coming back.
Listen, if him and Mike White were joined at the hip, championship.
Hey, so let's talk about this putrid card coming up Saturday.
Yeah.
Hey,
Actually, I'm a little intrigued in the main event, even though it's not a main event.
Vieira?
Yeah. And I'm just from the Tate side.
Yep. Well,
There's
a couple other good fights on the card.
Listen, you know what I'm thinking? This is kind of a strange take, but really think about this. Do you notice a trend in people having children right now and coming back?
Yeah.
Physically looking so much better than they did before children.
Yeah, like Mackenzie Dern did.
It's crazy.
Yep.
Misha Tate has never been in this shape.
I'm looking forward to the Chiesa Brady fight. I think that's the best fight on the card.
Let's talk about the main event first.
That.
So, the thing I'm intrigued about here is this is a girl who's since 2016. A lot of people look at the new people that come into the MMA space, which I'm happy they did because it takes the fans to make it a success. But they don't know the people before Ronda Rousey. They don't know the people before Conor McGregor, and that's 65, probably 70% of the fan base right now. They don't know before that. They don't remember the people like Debbie Purcell and stuff like that. People, these pioneers where they weren't making any money. They were looked down upon like weirdos for fighting. Like, oh my God, you fight in a cage? You're a weirdo.
Yeah.
They don't remember when Dana White said, "I'll never have a female step in my cage ever. It'll never happen." They just remember when Ronda Rousey came in and they look at her a pioneer. They forget that Gina Carano's, who she was really the first marketable.
I forgot.
Well, listen, you had Cyborg that was in there with Gina Carano. That she was in the shadows because she wasn't marketable. She didn't speak the language, and then you get this pretty girl, Gina Carano, who had good skill. She was tough, and wow, this is our first marketable fighter. Strike Force. So then, so before Ronda Rousey, before all these girls pioneered, Misha Tate helped do that. Misha Tate is a champion in 3 organizations, dude. She has a belt in the UFC, she has a belt in Strike Force, and she has a belt in
How old is she?
She's 35 right now. So she helped pioneer that. She was a part of that pioneer. So people don't look at her like that. The girl came in, she was ahead of her time with her grappling. She had very slippery grappling. Her striking was never that good, but I've watched her for years, dude. I've never seen her in this shape before. She's not a knockout artist. She hasn't had a knockout in years. She comes back, she gets a TKO against a very tough Marion Renault.
Yep, that's right. Who's never been knocked out before.
Never been knocked out. So here's the question in this fight. What is the biggest concern we have with older fighters that try to come back? Did the game pass them by? Right? Did the game pass them by?
Yep.
So that's the question mark here. You got Caitlin Vieira, who's a young fighter.
I think she proved herself against Renault.
No,
even though Renault's older.
Renault's older.
I know, but she's still a tough out.
But she's still old. Yeah. This is the new wave now. She's got Caitlin Vieira, who's in. She's a black belt in judo, black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Let's see how she fares against the new blood. That's where I'm, and the UFC wants that.
You just made me actually want to watch the fight now.
Yeah. It will.
I wasn't too excited about it. But you know what? That's a good little narrative.
It is. And in the UFC, listen, Caitlin Vieira, I like her. She's a tough girl. But what better story to have Misha Tate come back and be a prominent person in the division?
Beat a good, hot, young prospect.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how hot Caitlin Vieira is, but she's a tough out, and that's what they want. So, and if she wins this fight, she's a couple short steps away from talking about a shot.
We shall see.
She earned it.
We shall see.
All right.
I like the Chiesa Brady fight.
Love that fight.
That's the fight. To me, that's the best fight on the on
Fight.
paper. It couldn't have been a boring fight if they're on the ground the whole time.
I love that fight.
I think that's a great.
No, I think that's where I want to see it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it on the feet. I want to see that fight hit the ground.
Yes, just coming off that loss to Luke, so he was mad at himself for getting caught up. But that's how he loses.
Yeah.
He gets caught like that. He hangs his neck out.
For such a good grappler,
he leaves his neck.
He gets caught.
He gets caught. But he's still a good fight. He's a great fighter.
You got Brady, he's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Gracie black belt. But you got Chiesa now with longer limbs. He's going to be the bigger guy in there. Brady's going to be throwing heat, but Chiesa's pretty durable on the feet.
Yeah, so he'll be in great shape like he always is. That's good. Your boy Yaya's fighting. Ronnie Yaya, who disappointed us last time out.
Oh, how do you not love him?
He's going to get a submission or what?
Honey Yaya.
You think he's going to get a submission?
I don't know. He's always submission or bust. But it's his cardio that bothers me. If he had better cardio,
that's what he meant.
He'd be like a lock every. You know what I mean?
He's almost like what's that guy Vieira, the Rodolfo.
Oof.
And then we got Giannis. I think he's going to destroy Davy Grant. He's a great fighter to watch.
Tricky fight.
Giannis is tough.
But that's a tricky fight.
I like that fight. And then I guess we're going to cover there's a couple other good fights on this card.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of close lines.
This is definitely...
Terrence McKinney and Ziam's going to be a really good fight.
This is an MMA fan's card.
This is a true fan card.
This is a card where if you don't know MMA, UFC, and you probably won't even recognize a lot of the names on here, but if you're a real MMA fan, this is actually a good card.
Really quick, look up right now, double check. I could be wrong. Porter.
Oh, if the fight is this weekend?
Yeah, I think it is.
Sean Porter. Who's he fighting? Sean Porter.
Crawford.
Is it Crawford?
Yeah, Sean Porter versus
Terrence Crawford versus Sean Porter.
Saturday, November 20th.
Yeah.
That's this weekend.
Nice.
So
we are going to do a full bro.
Yeah,
you're gonna love. We're gonna love that because Bush is that's how I met him. Me and him met 20 years ago because of boxing. We are going to do a full breakdown on Sean Porter versus...
Crawford's actually going to get a test for once.
He's going to finally get tested.
Guy hasn't gotten tested in 8 years.
Bro, what a fight. Dude, let me tell you. Do you know what the line is on that fight right now?
What is it?
It's like minus 700.
Yeah, and
it should not be minus 700.
So they are crowning Crawford as the pound-for-pound king right now.
But Vegas has to be smarter than that.
I tell you what, Sean Porter comes to fight no matter what level it is. He brings it, and he'll make it a tough fight. Yeah. And what he does, the best out of a lot of boxers in that division, is that he makes you fight his fight.
Yep.
That's what he does.
He makes it dirty.
This is not a minus 700 fight.
There's no way.
Do I think Crawford will win? I'm leaning that way right now, but it ain't going to be no easy winner walk through. No, that kid Porter always brings it, bro.
And
he's a great guy. You ever watch the interviews? Like
good interview. I wouldn't say he's a great guy.
I like him.
He's a good analyst.
He's got a good smile. Yeah, he's got a good attitude.
He's got a good smile.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, man.
That's a good indicator.
I mean, Crawford don't say a word, dude.
He's about. Listen, the problem with Crawford is this.
He's from Nebraska. That's the problem.
Bob Arum, dude.
He's Omaha.
That whole thing he had going with Bob Arum was no
Omaha.
But he's a different level, dude.
I know, but he's a dick.
Crawford, but he's a different level of a fighter.
I just don't like his demeanor, and he's very just like monotone. He's quiet. I don't like guys like that.
I love Porter, though. Porter's a great fighter. We're going to break that down on Thursday.
Let's do it. All right. We'll see you in a couple of days. Peace.